What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Planet Pepe. I am first, a couple things right off the bat, two quick things. First of all, I apologize for the long hiatus. If anyone is out there listening, I did not leave this last, chapter in the Nirvana Chronicles for dramatic effect or to just leave you hanging. Some stuff came up with family, some personal stuff, and it was literally out of my control. There was nothing I could do. I've been itching to make this video for a while, but I just couldn't do it. The second I was able to, here I am. So sorry for anyone who thought, I was, leaving you guys hanging. And second of all, too, a shout out to my main man, Anthony, who I met recently. He's an aspiring, he's an artist all around. He showed me some of the lyrics that he's been doing, and he's got some really good lyrics. Anthony, if you're listening, keep it up, man. I showed him some stuff on the guitar. Actually, ironically, Smells Like Teen Spirit, the root notes, he picked it up like that. So definitely keep it up. Thanks for the shirt. It's a long story for anyone who, so shout out to Anthony. All right, so let's get into the meat of this. So we're going to talk about Kurt. It's the last chapter. It's pretty fitting. Hanging out with Stormcloud here. I don't, what can be said about a rock god like Kurt, that hasn't been said already? I'm going to keep this video short, because there's no reason to make it too long. This is the last chapter, but we've covered a lot of topics on Nirvana already, and Kurt Cobain it goes without saying that the guy was brilliant. He could have, I think Chris Novoselic said he could have been anything he wanted. He could have been a musician, he could have been a poet, he could have been almost an author. He could tell, he could have written stories, he could have been a painter, a sculptor, anything he wanted to be. He was that talented at such a young age. And, he was head and shoulders above any other musicians out there in a lot of ways. And in a weird way, on Kurt himself, obviously very deeply depressed, and it's tragic what happened. It's tragic the way he went out, how he chose to go out. Anytime a human life is gone, it's a tragedy. That goes without saying. But beyond, and from a music standpoint, if he had stuck around, I think Nirvana was going to break up soon. That's from books I've read and just being a fan. That's kind of things that I've heard, that they were on the brink of breaking up anyway. And I think we were going to get a solo album from Kurt, which would have been awesome to see. That would have been really, really interesting, like a solo album, like a Kurt Cobain solo album, and what he would have done with that. It's a shame we never got to see that. I think if he stuck around, I think he at some point would have put out a solo album. I think that band almost, I don't think I can think of any other band that just went from unknown to world famous literally overnight. I'm not being it's almost not fair, to just go from they put out Bleach and it was a great record, and Kurt being the front man, when MTV just played Smells Like Teen Spirit over and over, it was literally overnight. How do you cope with that? How do you deal with that? It's almost like there's no gradual curve. It's just it just spikes, and out of nowhere everyone knows your name, and you're world famous, and how do you cope with that? Just literally overnight. I feel bad for Kurt in a way that there was no gradual oh, they're catching on, they're becoming popular. It just was it hit that band like a brick wall. And they were in Europe when touring, I think for Nevermind, when MTV started playing Smells Like Teen Spirit. And so they weren't even in America, they were overseas, kind of seeing this evolve from outside looking in. And I think the bands that, I think they were opening for some bands or something in Europe, and then once Nevermind just blew up, they reversed it. The lead band ended up warming up, or being the warm-up band for Nirvana, or I just thought that was kind of funny. It's kind of ironic. But again, I'm rambling. Again, I haven't done a YouTube video in a while, so I'm kind of out of touch, so my apologies if I'm rambling. I'm a little out of sync here. But it's a shame he couldn't stick around. I think he was entering a phase of music and creating that was really unique. And you could even see it in Utero. There was some you know, Penny Royalty. There's a couple songs that you can almost see like a solo, like he was thinking like it's almost hinted towards a solo record. So that would have been interesting. If Kurt was still around today, I don't know what he would be doing. I mean, obviously, you know, I don't think Nirvana would still be a thing. Maybe they would do like reunion tours or something, or something along those lines. But I think he, you know, he probably could have been moved into like producing or something. You know, it would be interesting to see what Kurt thought of the world today, you know, as it is. And he had a really unique way of looking at things, and you know, put that mind frame in 2021. You know, because even beyond music, you know, what he would make of certain things. So, you know, it's a shame he couldn't stick around. He's a rock god, rock legend. He's head and shoulders above any bands from that time, any lead bands from that time. He didn't even want to be a guitarist. He wanted to be a drummer. He was a great drummer. And for whatever reason, he just stumbled on to being the lead singer and the frontman for guitar, and the lead guitar. So he played drums really well as well. And even Nirvana, I know like Nirvana's like a perfect band name. Like he came up with a really good band name, like Nirvana. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. It's very like grunge sounding. It's a very rock kind of centric band. So I think he picked a really good name for that band. You know, his taste in music, you know, he loved the Beatles. He was eclectic. He didn't, you know, he had obviously the grunge persona, but he really, you know, he listened to a lot of music, like worldly music. You know, he was a big fan of the Beatles, you know, overseas stuff, different time periods, and he respected all musicians and what they brought to the table, which I think is a really cool thing. So, you know, unique mind, unique band, unique lyric. I mean, lyrics were amazing. He took, and as far as a guitarist goes, I'm not gonna say he was like a amazing guitarist in terms of like pound for pound, just as you move on the guitar, like what I would do with like you know, like with Stormcloud. Like I'm not a good guitar player either, but I'm not, and Kurt's a great guitar player. I'm not saying he's not. Like I'm just saying that like he took that guitar and made it sound like a building was falling down, or like a demolition was happening. He really he brought the energy. I mean, like just like if you watch, I mean, like if you watch like him live in certain concerts, it's like he's giving it his all, and he's like blowing out like every ounce of energy he has, and he's just, you know, it's a spectacle to watch. That band really, and not that many people saw him live. I mean, think about it. Like if you take a band like, I don't know, just for argument's sake, like the Beatles, or not even the Beatles, like the Eagles or something. Like, you know, they've been around for like decades or something, and like still a lot of people haven't probably seen them, you know. And you think you get to it, you'll get to it. Nirvana did a small tour for Bleach, did obviously the big tour for, you know, In Utero and Nevermind, but like so few people on this planet saw them live. And if you did, cherish that, because that's a very, you know, they weren't around long, you know. You know, you'd think you'd have more time, but yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Kurt Cobain, this is not my best video, but I'm itching to do this. So yeah, this is the Nirvana Chronicles, and hope you enjoyed it. I got some other stuff in the mind, but I'm gonna be posting another video today. But for now, I gotta go shave, because I haven't been able to shave for the past 3 weeks, and I hate this thing. It makes me look like I'm 55 or something. All right, Planet Pepe. This is Nirvana Chronicles, Kurt Cobain, final chapter. One of my music idols. So I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for rolling with the punches. Again, Anthony, keep up the guitar work, man, with that electric. You know, keep it up. You picked up the root notes for Smells Like Teen Spirit, like that, and you got great lyrics. So don't get discouraged. Keep it up, man. All right, Planet Pepe, everyone. Take care. Bye.